about negative numbers and the exercise will be based on what is provided in Math Star 5 book. So here we start with the negative numbers. So to understand negative numbers, first we have to understand how numbers are exactly formulated. I mean, like what is the hierarchy. So you see, the first one is always the natural numbers. If you can, this is a Venn diagram which is depicting the how numbers are classified. So first one is natural numbers. So the natural numbers, they will always start with 1 and then it will go on towards the positive numbers. Okay. After that comes the whole numbers which will start with 0 and then 1, 2, 3 and so on. So one has to remember the difference between natural and whole number is this 0. If somebody is saying that the collection of the number is a whole number, please keep it in mind that 0 has been included. But if somebody is saying it's a collection of natural numbers, that means 0 is not included. So this is the basic difference between these two. After that comes integers. Now, what is integers? Integers will have both negative numbers, let us say minus 100. It will always have also have whole numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. It will not have fractions. Okay, it will not have fractions like 2 over 3 or 3 over 5. They are not integers. If you want to have decimals, let us say 0.7 or let us say 1.9, this is also not integer. So integers strictly will have negative numbers and whole numbers. So they are collection of whole numbers. Integers are collection of whole numbers and negative numbers. So that's how it is. So here you can see in this they are also showing root over 49. So one has to understand what is root over 49. That's your 7. That's why it is showing. Otherwise, if you're just saying root over 7, then this is not an integer. Okay. If root over 25, this can be considered as an integer because after all it will become 5. Okay. Now, in situations like special cases of fractions like 2 over 2, where it's a whole number, or let us say 19 over 19, this can also be considered as integers, although it is written in fraction mode because it's a whole. It's a whole. It will become 1. So we have to keep these conditions in mind when we are having integers. Okay. After integers, we have got rational numbers which will have decimals. That is rational numbers which will have decimals, which will also have fractions, which will also have negative numbers, which will also have positive numbers and so on. Okay, so they will have everything. And then there is a collection of irrational numbers. They will have all kind of numbers, everything. Okay, everything will be included. So this is how the whole number system looks like, the whole collection of numbers look like, and that's your real numbers. Okay, so real numbers are collection of all kind of numbers, whether it's negative or it's going to have sign like pi or it's a root over, whatever it is. Okay, so that's how numbers are classified. Now our main concern is the negative numbers. Now what are negative numbers? Negative numbers are the opposite of a positive real number. Let's say 2, its opposite is minus 2. Let's say 100, its opposite is minus 100. So we are concentrating on those which are having minus as prefix. They are always less than 0. Okay, so if you are having a straight line, a line, let's say a number line, and let's say this is your 0, then whatever is on the left side of 0, it will be your negative number, and on the right side, this is your left, and on the right side you are going to have positive numbers. Okay, so this is the basic difference of negative numbers. Now moving on, next is, where do you see real numbers, these kind of negative numbers in real life? Do you even see them? Okay, so what exactly is representing? So on number line, as I have shown you, it's always on the left. Now, generally when you see height of a place above sea level, it is denoted by a positive number. And whatever is below the sea level, that's your negative numbers. Okay. So if you want to know the height of Mount Everest, it will be positive. But if you want to go for the Dead Sea, it will be negative. Okay. So what like places like valley, canyon, these are going to be represented in negative signs mostly. And also we have temperatures. And the most uh, like common real example is the deposit of money in a bank and how you are going to withdraw it. If you're depositing it, it is credited and it's positive. But if you withdraw it, it will come as negative. So here is how the negative numbers come in practice. So to understand these negative numbers very easily is a negative number lines is a number lines. So you can see higher numbers. Always remember, as we go to left, bigger, as we go to the left, if you see that this is minus 10 and you think that minus 10 is bigger than minus 1, this is wrong. Okay. The further it is away from 0, the lesser it is. That means minus 10 is smaller than minus 1. Okay, minus 10 is smaller than minus 1. Similarly, if you say minus 7 and minus 6, minus 7 is smaller than minus 6. On the other hand, after 0, if you see, the number goes on increasing. So it is 1 smaller than 2 or 3 smaller than 4 and so on. Okay, so that's how the numbers are numbers are becoming, you can compare the numbers whether it is more or less as per based on how far it is from the number 0. So 0 is neither negative nor positive. Now this is a small exercise in understanding how we are going to write the numbers. So you see this is 0, so this is your right side, so 0 1 2 and then 3. This is easy. Now goes to this side, this is your left side. So as you go to the left side, the number will increase, but there will be a negative sign. Okay, number will increase in the sense that the number I'm talking about, like 1 2 3 4, but there will be a negative sign. So this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 and then minus 4. Similarly, this is 0. You see this is increasing at the rate of 5. So after 5 is 5 plus 5, 10. Skip counting of 10. Sorry, skip counting of 5. 20, 25. And this is minus 5. This is minus 15, minus 20. It's like this. So sometimes the skip count can also be coming in practice. Okay. So now this is the exercise that we are having in our math star. So let's try to understand this. So you see this is 0. Okay. So going to the right side, this is 1, 2. So your E is 3, 4, 5, 6. So your F is 7. Now going to the other side, this is minus 1. D is minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. Okay. So this is how this exercise will be done. And in the case of B, let's see how B will be done. In each of the following pairs, so you see all of them are having pair kind of exercise. Circle the number that lies to the right of the other on the number line. So in this case, 8 lies to the right of 0. Now in the case of minus 2 and minus 5, you see this is how it is. So this is minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So you see to the right we are having minus 2. So minus 2. Similarly 7, 3, both are positive numbers. So 7. Minus 3 and 3. So you see when we are saying minus 3 and 3, we are having like this. So let's say this is 0 and this is minus 3. This will be 3, right? So to the right is this side. So 3 is the answer. Similarly, minus 10 and 0. So here 0 will be the answer. 1 and 0, 1. 9 and minus 9. The positive numbers are always on the right. Here in the case of both are positive, but the bigger is 6, so it will be on the right. 13 and minus 23, positive number is 13, and then minus 8 minus 4, the minus 4 is the answer here. Next one is write T for true or F for false. So 0 is to the right of minus 1. So let's say this is a number line, this is 0 and this is minus 1. So you see 0 is in fact to the right of minus 1. So this is going to be true. 0 is neither positive nor negative, true. Minus and 8 and 8 lie on the same side of the number line. Now, if it is to be on the same side of the number line, let's say it is 0. So if this is 8 minus 8, so this is 8. So not possible, right? This is not the way to write the numbers. So 8 is obviously on the other side somewhere here. So they are on the opposite side. They are not on the same side. So this is false statement. Minus 7 is 7 steps from 0 to the right. Now this is a really nice question, and to understand this question, let's make the number line. That is the number line. They are talking about minus 7, so let's concentrate on minus 7. So that is 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7. So here they are saying it is 7 steps from 0. Now we have to make the steps. So let's make the steps. 1, 1 step, 2, and then we got 3 step. Then we have 4 step. Then we have 5 step, right? Then we have 6. Then we have 7 step. So you see it is indeed 7 step, right? Minus 7 is 7 steps from 0 to the right. Now the thing is why it is a wrong statement. They are saying to the right. It is to the left. Minus 7 is to the left of 0. Although there are 7 steps, these are 7 steps, yes, but this is to the left. It is not to the right, so it is false. Okay. So despite the fact that it is 7 step, it is a wrong statement because of this one word which is right, which should have been left. Now, this is the last one, I think. So, sorry, second last, I think. So, write the opposite of each of the following. 5 meter, this is positive, so its opposite will be minus 5 meter. 25 degrees centigrade above 0 degrees centigrade. So, if this is 0 degrees centigrade, this is 0. So, minus 25 is somewhere, so 25 is somewhere here. So, its opposite will be definitely at the downside, which will be minus 25. Okay. So, this is minus 25 centigrade. The deposit of 3000 in the bank. Opposite is minus 3000. You are withdrawing from the bank. 420 meter above sea level. So above sea level, if this is your sea level, this is, let us say, 420 meter. That's it. There is a mountain of 420 meter height. So opposite will be 420 meter, but a negative sign will be there. Minus 420 meter. 1 degree centigrade below 0 degree centigrade. Now this is 0, 0 degree centigrade. 1 degree centigrade below they are saying. That means this is here. Let us say minus 1. Its opposite is 1. So it is 1 degree centigrade. The withdrawal of 1200. Withdrawal means you are taking away. But we need to write the opposite. So it is plus 1200 rupees. So write each as an integer with the appropriate sign. 11 degrees centigrade below 0 degrees centigrade. We have to mention whether it is negative or positive when they are saying the integer with the appropriate sign. So let's get started. 11 degrees centigrade below 0. So it is minus 11 degrees centigrade. Withdrawal of rupees 1700 from the bank. So it is minus 1700. Oh, sorry, opposite we have to write, so it will be this. Write each, sorry, this is in fact minus because we have to write the appropriate sign, not the opposite. So this is minus rupees 1700 because we are withdrawing. 200 meter below sea level, so minus 200 meter. 2000 meter above sea level, so this one is 2000 meter. This is going to be positive. Okay, this is going to be positive. 100 degrees centigrade above 0 degrees centigrade, so it is plus 100 degrees centigrade. The deposit of this, if you are depositing, you are collecting, you are saving, so this is plus 2900. I hope this is clear. So let me make this sign even better. Okay, so I hope this clears the chapter.